All right, this is a quick video to help you survive assignment 10. This one is got a lot of variables in it, so just so you're aware, the main variables we're going to focus on are going to be attitudes towards torture, labeled as torture, the measured variable authoritarianism, which is actually just the authoritarian aggression subscale from the measure that Duckett et al. Created about a decade ago. And then Jim Sedanius's social dominance orientation scales. One, the subscale for dominance, the other for empathy. So that's where we're going to focus for now. That'll keep us busy enough. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go to regression. We're going to do the linear regression again. And we'll wait for a moment. Our dependent variable, we're going to make torture, or attitudes towards torture. And we're going to see how well authoritarianism, social dominance orientation, both subscales, how well they predict attitudes towards torture. Okay. And well, we can see here when we do this, go ahead and look at a few things. Let's see, model fit, we'll go ahead and keep as is. Could do an F-test. We've done that before. That's probably not going to be very helpful for us. So we'll just go ahead and mainly leave this model as is. And what you can see is that overall, this model is accounting for about 23% of the variance. That's what the R-square is telling you. Again, we ignore the intercept. It's really just noise at this point. And then we just simply focus on the three predictors that are of interest to us to see which ones actually seem to be predicting attitudes towards torture. Okay, we notice that authoritarianism seems to predict attitudes towards torture. As authoritarian aggression attitudes go up, so does attitudes towards torture. We don't find any relationship between the dominance subscale for social dominance orientation. Okay, this is a little bit contrary to a previous study that was published by some other co-authors a few years ago in Personality and Individual Differences. What does show up, though, is kind of interesting, is that the empathy subscale, which has to be reverse scored generally, meaning that the higher the level of SDO empathy is, actually the lower your empathy is. So higher score shows lower empathy, along with wanting to dominate others. Okay, so that seems to be a predictor of attitudes towards torture as well. So that is essentially the main finding there. Okay, so just basically make sure you save your data, and you should be just fine. And we're about ready to wrap up a term. So let's get this last assignment turned in, and we will be done.